So, good evening. We are back again. The usual Monday podcast, the Real Talk podcast, because we talk real. No Matty today, so DJ B's here. How are you, mate?
I'm full good, thank you. Well done. All good. Well done. Hello, Kenny. Hello, Jez. And hello, the community and the listeners. Lovely to be on.
How are you, Jez? How's your Monday? You good?
I've been all good, mate. All good. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing some research today, but we'll come on to that in a bit later. I was then this afternoon watching the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz, which was quite something. I've been there, and I'll tell you what, it's the most horrible place in the world I've ever been in my life. And it's true. You don't hear birds singing, but hey, that's for another day. But yeah, I'm all good, mate.
How are you, Kenny? How's your Monday, mate?
Yeah, I just come back from a run, so I'm not painting because I'm a big lad, but I think I'm fit. But one thing I want to say to all our Arsenal fans, to all you YouTubers out there trying to gain mileage and followers from the events at the weekend, and to all you guys who are grifting about Arsenal, you know they are. One used to be a former friend of yours, Lee. One used to do like the Straight Facts podcast with. Just want to, seeing that we're talking about straight facts, just want to state a fact which you guys can't deny. We won!
We won. But at what cost? At what cost? Because there's conspiracy theories doing the rounds, guys. That Michael Oliver has deliberately sent off Lewis Skelly, who started his 5th Premier League game ever. So Man City would have it easier against us at the weekend, and that Newcastle the following week would have it easier. Pictures doing the rounds of him in a Newcastle shirt. All of the detectives are out showing clips of Kovacic should have been sent off against us. I think they've all forgotten the penalty we got given against Man United the other week, because I didn't see any clips of that doing the rounds, even when that happened. They were all silent on that one. I think they've forgotten the ball went out of play for a goal kick against Tottenham. We got a corner. I think they've actually forgotten. You mentioned this, Kenny, as well. The Fabianski Superman punch that he missed and clattered one of our players in the face. We got a penalty for that. I've never seen that happen before. I think they've forgotten the Odegaard basketball, tapping the ball up and down at Anfield. Got away with that one. Conspiracy theories doing the rounds that they're looking to get Liverpool to win the league this season. Yet last season it was Man City they were trying to help. I mean, it's like when you deep all of this, it's actually embarrassing. And I just want to say my bit. Now come to Jez, then Kenny, then DJ on this. Yeah, big up everyone locked in as well. Big up Never a Foul always. Big up all the regulars inside. Smash the like button up. Make sure you follow the guys as well. But yeah, I want to say my thing on this. Right, when I first see that, and I was doing the watch along, I was like that. I was like, I can't believe he sent him off. Yeah, and then seeing the replay, I'm like, no, that ain't a red card. Ain't a red card. Then I see the Gomez one. I was like, that looks worse than the one Skelly did. I tweeted it out as well, saying like, that ain't ever a red card. When I've seen it all back, and I've seen different angles that weren't shown on TV, that I see anyway, and I've seen different angles doing the rounds, then you look at the law of the game, it's a red card. Yeah, and Gomez's one is a yellow card. But at the same time, I think every single person that's in this chat, every single person that will come back and watch it on replay, every single football fan that walks the planet can agree that referees are pretty shit. Yeah, the standard's not very good. Sorry, Jez, I know you're an ex-ref, but the standard's not very good. We can also probably all agree VAR's no good. Yeah, so inconsistent. Refs are inconsistent. There's so many subjective matters in the game that from one week to the next, it's subjective or what I thought that was a red, but that's not. When you actually look at that one that Skelly did, I'm not convinced it's a red or just a straight yellow. I don't know. Yeah, and I think the problem is, right, there's too many like that. And then what happens is when it goes against Arsenal, everyone comes out and starts moaning about it. And my point is, before I come to Jez, if we could all agree that the refs are pretty crap and VAR's pretty crap, why are you fucking putting yourself in positions to do that? Why do you then have more accountability for a referee, than you do for that tranquilized twat up front that we have, who missed 4 absolute sitters in that game? Martinelli, you have more accountability for the ref than Martinelli, who had 10 yards to run into a one-on-one situation with a defender and tripped over the ball and kicked it straight to him, like tapped it 10 yards straight to him. Why do they have more accountability for the refs than they do our manager for cocking his subs up every now and again? Yeah, and fucking jumping up and down like an idiot on the touchline, crying about everything. Why do you have more accountability for a referee than you do for our ownership on day 27? Still no fucking signings. Yeah, no signings summer that helps us going forward. Right? I don't get it. At the end of the day, yeah, cool. You can flip it either way. It was either yellow or red, whatever you think it may be. Yeah, the fact is, the law of the game says that is a red. Yeah, maybe, because I never knew that until Jez told me. And then I looked it up, and other people have looked it up, and I've seen it doing the rounds. It's a red card. I think the problem is, from 1 week to the next, it might not be because of the interpretation from each ref. But that's my piece on it, Jez. What do you think, mate?
Well, I certainly rattled a few feathers on your fan cam that I did, looking in there. Good thing Jez was never a ref in the Premier League, and all that. Yeah, fair play. Probably I wasn't that good. But let me quote you something. And this is, right, fact. I looked it up today. This is from the Referees Association, which all referees, professional or amateur, are a member of. Right? Let me quote this to you. Right? Okay. States, from 23-24 season, if a player has shown intent that a tackle with studs down the Achilles or from the knee to the lower leg is an instant red card. That is from the Referees Association. That is the instruction that has gone out to every single referee, whether they referee on a Sunday morning, on Hackney Marsh, or if they referee in the Premier League or Div 3 to Championship. That is the letter of the law. Therefore, you can then interpret the second yellow that was given to the Wolves player, right? That's a red card. Second yellow, it's a red. There is no argument. It's black and white. That is what the referees have been told. Whether you agree about it, Arsenal fans, and I got a lot of abuse about it, which I take it. I don't mind. But as I said to you, Lee, on my fan cam, read the letters, read the laws of the game. And the one thing I will say to some of these people that want to give the big one, the big Charlie, I tell you what you do. Read the laws of the game, then go and do your referee's course where you'll be instructed correctly, and then go out and referee a game at whatever level you start at, which will be the bottom of the league, God knows what league you're in, and see how difficult it is. Because it's not easy. Every decision you make will be interpreted differently, week in, week out. But that is the instruction from the Referees Association, who are the governing body of every referee in England and Scotland and Wales. It's different in Ireland and also Northern Ireland is part of that. That is the association that you are adhered to, you sign up to. When you pass your exams, you are part of that group. Right? As an ex-ref, I can still access their website. And I looked it up today. I thought, I want to get this right. And that's what it states. That's it. There's no question. Michael Oliver got it right. And I think the abuse the man's getting is a disgrace. All he's doing is a job. Yeah, we all get it wrong in all our walks of life. You can say, oh, that's a yellow. It's a yellow. It's not. It's stated in the letter of the law, Amendment 23-24 season, any tackle, knee to lower leg, ankle, especially at the Achilles area, it's an instant red card. Game over.
There we go. There's no arguing with that. And this is the thing, yeah. We don't know the laws of the game. That's the point. Nobody really knows because nobody goes and studies them. I don't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 99% of the people that watch this haven't. Yeah, so it's like, oh, we've been robbed. We've been robbed. And we haven't been robbed. I'll tell you what, we have been robbed. Actually, we have been robbed before I come to Kenny. We've been robbed of a fucking striker. Yeah, for 5 years under this manager. But anyway, Kenny, what did you make of that, mate? What did you make of it all?
Well, first and foremost, we got something bigger happen. Something just as big as a send-off happened. We won the game. I think that seems to be lost to a lot of Arsenal fans. We won the game, and that our substitute scored a fantastic first-time half volley to win the match. They forget that the referee evened it up by sending off Gomes for a really bad tackle, and that enabled us to regain control of the football match. No one wants to talk about that. I mean, there's one guy who was saying when he did his play ratings on his channel, was saying, "Don't worry, Miles, don't worry, it's okay." Maybe it's okay. He got sent off. He made a mistake. He got sent off, and his team and his mate Calafiori got him out of trouble. He should be saying thanks, Ricardo. Buy him some champagne or something for helping us get that win. But the fact is that the only people who know what really happened and know about the intent is Marcelo Skelly himself. Now, he'll say that was a trip, and in real time, it does look like a trip. It looked like a cynical, play-hating shithousery, dark arts. But I'm sorry, when you trip someone, you don't trip someone with your studs. You don't. A trip is when you use the ball, when you use like use your ankle, where you give them an ankle tap, or you use like the base of your foot, where you try to trip them up. That's a trip. That was just a guy who was desperate, lost his man, and said, "Right, anything goes, doesn't matter. I'll start it out." But he was asking for trouble when he went on studs. We've been crying about the over the top tackle for a long time. We've been victims of it with Eduardo and Aaron Ramsey. We don't want those sort of tackles in our game. And unfortunately, what if he caught Doherty wrong and Doherty broke his leg? Would Arsenal fans be saying referee? They'll be angry. They'll want to say nothing. They'll endorse that sending off. And that's the thing. The referees have set precedent this season. We've benefited from one of them, and we've been penalised for two of them. The president that Jez mentioned, about the over-the-top tackle, that is something that's been used in Arsenal. And then you look at the game, the goal against Brighton, the clash of heads, when the guy gets the ball first, Saliba goes for header, misses it, catches him, and then we benefit from like a punch in the face, which I've never seen given us penalties. All these three instances, I've never seen being given us penalties. But if the referee is at a directive and he clearly mentions ankle, studs and ankle, we got nowhere to go. I'm telling you now, it's not going to be rescinded. Sorry, Arsenal fans, it's not going to be rescinded because the referees are covering themselves by the letter of the law. They talk about Dermot Gallagher and how he agrees with what happened. Well, they need to watch the whole extract of Dermot Gallagher's, exchange on the Ref Watch. The headline says it was being yellow, but watch what he actually said. He said it. He said he didn't say the referee made a mistake. He said he would have given it as a yellow, but he said he can see why Oliver and England gave that decision, and we've got enough for it to go. Whether Arsenal fans like it or not, did the studs hit the ankle? If it didn't hit the ankle, then we've got something to work with, and we can rescind the red card. But if the referees have said that it was studs on ankle, dangerous play, we've got nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go. So we're going to have to just wear it and just get on with it. But we won't get on with it because we got this persecution thing with referees. But I'm telling you now, and I promise you now, the only accurate and truest thing that Arsenal fans have said is, yes, referees hate us, but not for the reasons you want. They couldn't care less whether we're in the title challenge with Man City or Liverpool. The reason why referees are going after us is because our fans have got the biggest gobs in football. They talk about dark arts, they talk about Benjamin White, they talk about driving, wasting time, pulling goalkeepers' gloves. downright shithousery, and every bit of shithousery we've done, we've been punished for. Brighton, Man City, Bournemouth, and now Wednesday. And it's going to happen again and again and again. And if it's not just that, they hate us because of our manager's behaviour in the last 2 seasons on touchline. So Arsenal are going to get nothing. So rather than moan about it and think you're going to change the referee's mind, forget about it. How about keep your gob shut and talk about the football? We had a good win, you know. We didn't play well. We were awful for quite a bit of the time. We struggled. Kai Havertz couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. And most importantly, you know, the 2 players who turned up were Declan Rice and Partey. Martinelli was awful, but we don't want to talk about that because we got something else to bury the bad news of our performance, even though we won. And that's the thing with Arsenal fans. Let's skate around the issue. Let's see what happens at the end of the season. It won't be because Liverpool won the league because of the fair and square. It's because referees hate us. It's pathetic.
Facts, absolute facts. I'll grab the super chats in a minute, guys. Big up to 800 people in there. I want to read this quote out from Declan Rice before I come to DJ. This was after he got a second yellow for kicking the ball away. And I keep hearing people say, Gal said it, other people have said it online. Never seen another player get sent off for kicking the ball away. That's because they've not been on a second yellow card when they've done it, and or they've seen Declan Rice and Trossard both get sent off for it. I thought, well, I better not fucking kick the ball away if I'm on a second yellow, or at all. But I want to read this out, from Declan Rice. This was after his second yellow against Brighton. I think on my behalf, that's my first sending off of my career. So I just wanted to apologise, obviously, to my teammates, which I've done, and to the fans. When you get sent off, it's never nice. You get a sense of guilt over it. I was lucky today that my teammates really helped me out and we didn't lose the game. I'll learn from it. He then goes on to say, but look, this is the laws of the game. If you touch the ball away, even a little bit, obviously it's a red card. And after my challenge in the first half, which I fully accept, was a 50-50 that I didn't win. But the second half, especially with it being in the corner flag, can't really progress anywhere from there. It was tough. It was harsh. But it's one of those things. I have to move on from it and I'll be better from it. I can only praise all the players for digging deep for me, the manager, and to push everyone and help the fans get the win. That's how I see it. So when our fans want to sit and cry about, oh, well, was it the second year? Well, he's just told you that's one of our players, our top record signing. I'm telling you that. Surely half of these players would know the laws. The other half probably goes in one ear and out the other ear because surely they get every couple of months or so, the referees come down and sit down, or the committee come down and sit down with them and tell them, oh, we're going to change this, or oh, you can't be doing this. What do you make of all this, DJ?
Evening, guys. The problem I've got with it, it's never been the laws. I mean, there's always been laws in the game. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. VAR was brought in for clear and obvious mistakes or errors. Now, if that's gone to VAR to back up the referee to see if it was a yellow or a straight red, VAR should be helping the referees out on this incident, not throwing them under a bus. And all VAR had to do on this occasion was say, go and look at the monitor and make your own mind up whether that was within the laws of the game or not within the laws of the game. If he'd have gone to the monitor, he could have then had that little bit of time out, told the players to go away. He could have had that little bit of time to make his own mind up whether he was following the rules of the game or not following the rules of the game. The fact that they didn't send him to the monitor to have a look at that has now set a precedence for him for the rest of the season. Because I haven't got a problem with the laws of the game, whether it's above the ankle and everything else. The problem I've got is that now, if Michael Oliver has sent Skelly off for that, if that happens in the next game he referees, and the game after, and the game after, and the game after, and he sees a similar tackle or a trip, he's got to then give a straight red. And I'll tell you now, he won't. Now, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy against Arsenal because I don't want to go down that road. And first of all, if you're abusing anyone on here listening, abusing that man's family or abusing him, stop. Stop abusing players and stop abusing referees because they are going out to do a sport, entertain people, and it's a job. So that's got to stop. I I don't like all that abuse.
DMing players and wives and fucking refs.
No, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. Let's talk about the football. And at the end of the day, if it is the laws of the game, fair enough, and he's followed the law of the game, he could have made that decision when he was sent, if he was sent over to the monitor. That's all VAR had to do. So that bit I wasn't quite happy with. I thought it was harsh. I think if you go and look at football matches all through the season and look at some of the tackles that have gone in, and I go back to when Man City played Liverpool and the Man City, I think it was Doku on the Liverpool player there, went into the chest with his stud. I think it was on McAllister. I'm not sure. Yeah. If you're going by the laws of the game, then that's a straight red. And this is my problem. It's not consistent. Yeah. And VAR was brought in to help referees to make these decisions more consistent, and they're failing. Now getting back onto the Arsenal side of things and tying it all in with the Skelly thing, I think a lot of the Arsenal fans are using this as a smokescreen to camouflage how bad performance is in some of our games. And then there was some bad, shocking performances of our players, on some of our players against Wolves. And they're using this to smokescreen it, cover up the cracks. 29, Kai Havertz, missed sitters there. That's a sackable offence to play up front for this football club. Because then I watched highlights of Match of the Day. One cross went in, similar cross went in to Cody Gakpo, and it's in the back of the net. Yeah? Now, get away from the referee, Arsenal fans. It's gone, it's finished. There's no good saying about, the referee. Look at what's going on with this football club. We are now 27th, I think, of January, and we have still not made a signing of any significance to make this part of the season a lot easier for this team, or to have a chance of getting silverware. None whatsoever. And this should have been done in the summer. It's no good blaming referees and blaming decisions, and this shouldn't have happened, and that shouldn't have happened, and this one shouldn't have got sent off. Blame the football club for not making this squad stronger going into this season after finishing 2 points behind Manchester City, the so-called best club in the world last season. Yeah? Don't start blaming referees halfway through the season about this incident and that incident and this incident and that incident. In my opinion, he should have gone to the monitor. In my opinion, it was a bit harsh. A yellow, fair enough. And I'll be watching Michael Oliver for the next few games to see if he backs all of these red cards up with the same challenges, and he won't, but that's another story. But I'm just getting sick of it, Lee. I'm really getting sick of fan base now, certain fan base now, coming out and saying, oh yeah, they're trying to do us, and it's a conspiracy against us and everything else. The only conspiracy against us is this board and the manager.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy against the fans.
Yeah.
There's your conspiracy against the fans. Against me, Kenny, Jez, you, everyone that watches, everyone. There's your conspiracy. I feel my club's a conspiracy against me for when I go and pay my money and I go and buy beers and everything else and support the club. Conspiracies against me for having to put up with that giraffe up front. There's your conspiracy.
Yeah,
not Michael Oliver. Michael Oliver don't play up. Michael Oliver ain't a forward. I mean, and I was watching, I was watching it against Wolves, and I'm not being funny. 11 against 11, it weren't any good. It wasn't very good.
No.
They had chances, and even 10 versus 10, we were still not home and dry. Listen, the bottom line is, Lee, and guys, we have relied on a defender once again to get us out of the crap. We have relied on a defender. How many times this season have you seen a defender pop up and get us out of trouble?
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel, Calafiore when he hit that half volley against where he whacked it top corner.
City.
Yeah. And let's be honest, he took that goal well. That was a very difficult technique to keep that down, and he did show a lot of. But again, we're relying on defenders to get us out of crap. You know, Havertz is missing sitter after sitter. He's not. I wouldn't mind if he's got onto something and he's forced the goalkeeper into a brilliant save. But he's having 3, 4, 5 sitters. You know, he's missing sitter after sitter after sitter, and it's just not good enough. Yeah, and the other positive that I'll take from the game as well, guys, is Declan Rice. To me, hopefully, you know, looks back on how we want him to be, because he's had another outstanding game again. You know, I thought he was brilliant again, Declan Rice. But yeah, I mean, we got out of jail, guys. I mean, we literally got out of a jail, and the defender once again got us out of jail. But going on about the referees, it ain't a conspiracy against Arsenal. But what will happen is, guys, and it's true what Kenny said there, and he touched on it there, the more and more and more this fan base gets on about conspiracy theories against this football club, other referees will then start making our life a whole lot harder on that football pitch.
Absolutely.
We will get decisions go against us left, right and centre, left, right and centre. Yeah, it's gone. It's finished. In my opinion, he should have... I blame VAR more than the referee. VAR should have helped him out and said, right, you need to go and look at it. And he could have waved away all the players and said, I'm having a look at it. And then he could have made the decision. Was that within the laws of the game, or wasn't it in the laws of the game? If he'd have gone to the monitor and looked at it, I'd have probably gone, well, okay, he's looked at it in real time and he's had a bit of time to think about it, and he's stuck to the letter of the game. But yeah, I mean, there's no point now. You can't keep blaming decisions in football matches when it comes to Arsenal when we're not playing well. Look at the bigger picture. The reason why we are struggling to lift a trophy this season is not because of the referees. It's not about conspiracies. It's because this club has failed once again to strengthen this team to give us a chance of getting silverware. We have gone into the season with no striker, and we've gone into a season wasting more money. And I've said it before, I don't want this manager to have any more money. I don't want him to sign anyone. I can't wait till the February's here and gone. Because I want to see, this is his team, they're his players. Show me what brilliant coach you are and see if you can get this squad of players over the line and win me a trophy. Because he's wasted too much money, guys. He's wasted too much money. I don't want him to have any more money.
I agree with you there. Can I just add to your comment? I think you said that brilliantly. But there's one thing I disagree with you on. I think referees have got to rely on VAR too much.
Yeah, good point, Jez. Yeah, good point. Yeah.
They look for VAR to dig them out.
Yeah. No, I do agree with that, Jez, but I just think in that incident there, they should have just sort of like give him a little bit of support there. And I mean, listen, I'm no Oliver big fan. I just felt in that situation there where it was a bit, wasn't it or wasn't it, VAR could have just said, look, take some time out and just go look at the monitor. Yeah, but I mean,
it's bullshit now we see with linesmen or referees' assistants, to call them their official term. How many times, gentlemen, do we see, right? We are watching a game. You're at the ground, Kenny, you're at the ground, and you see the lino right in front of you, and you go, oh, he's offside. They continue on, and then they put the flag up.
Yeah, that's crazy, Raw, isn't it? Because players can get injured in that split second. Players can get injured, Jez. It's wrong.
We've seen it. We see Van Dijk get injured.
Yeah,
against Everton.
Yeah.
I want to grab these super chats real quick. I want to read this out first. The same Oliver who was paid by City 20,000 quid to ref in the UAE. Guess who we're playing next? Yeah, keep burying your heads in the sand. That follows on from a comment he put in as well. Big up for watching as well. Can't be blind to the fact that the same Oliver refused to give Kovacic a red card at the Embers. Twice for Declan and Odegaard. Yeah, that was quick to book Skelly. Not rocket science. Bro, number one, that's factually incorrect. Man City did not pay him 20 grand.
No.
Yeah, he went and done a thing for a refereed a match. Yeah, for I think it was in Saudi actually. I think it was in Saudi. Yeah, and one of the main sponsors that put the event on, yeah, one of their shareholders is part of City Group. Yeah, I think it's Khaldoon or the Sheikh, either one of them. So I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Yeah, and not only that, if you want to talk about reds and yellow cards, watch this clip real closely, mate. Yeah, because Odegaard was doing basketball at Anfield. Yeah, Delo got a red card the other day against us. We got a nifty penalty in that game. We still didn't win the game on penalties, right?
Yeah.
Tottenham we got a corner and it was a fucking goal kick.
Yeah.
We could go on and on and on. West Ham, we got
That's
a penalty.
what I'm saying. It's not conspiracy. It's not conspiracy.
Let me play this clip real quick, yeah? Because I'd like Boston in the chat, yeah, to tell me what colour card this was. Yeah, can you tell me what colour card this was, mate, please? Listen, thanks for watching and all that, but can you tell me what colour card this guy got right here?
Let's watch now as they come together. Havertz run straight into the Liverpool one. It's actually a rather cynical challenge by the Arsenal man. Let's watch now as they come together. Havertz run straight into the Liverpool one. It's actually a rather cynical challenge by the Arsenal man.
Do you know what colour card he got, pal?
Yellow.
Let's see if he replies. Why are you doing that? Smash the likes up, guys. Smash the likes up. He hasn't replied. I'll let you know, mate. He didn't get booked.
He didn't
That
get
should
booked.
have been a straight red.
It should have been, but I'm just
He weren't looking at the ball. He's running full pelt at him.
Yeah.
He's up in the air, but we're looking at the ball, Van Dijk, and then he could have broke his fucking neck. Yeah, then on the opposite side of the pitch in the same game, he nicks the linesman's flag out of his hand and throws it on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, anyone in the chat remember that? Yeah, somebody in the chat remember that. He never got booked for that either.
No.
So let's assume that that's not a straight red there. Let's say that's a yellow. Well, it's a yellow for taking the line-nose flag out of his hand, right? And in the same game, he got booked in the 95th minute for dissent.
Now,
So what we're doing here?
technically, letter of the law, right? Letter of the book. If he ripped the linesman's flag out of his hand and threw it on the floor, if you go to law 15, I beg your pardon, that is violent conduct on a match official. That's a red card.
There you go.
It is, yeah.
There you go. Man said,
Yeah.
how's that not a red card? Are you mad?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why that's a red card. Yeah, because if I'm going to use the same logic that Arsenal fans use, every time Harry Kane used to do shit like that, you lot used to cry.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, he could injure our players. He backs in. He's not looking to try and win the ball, and then he just bends over, and the player goes straight over. Well, that's the same shit, isn't it? He's not looking at the ball. Van Dijk's only got his eyes on the ball. He's had a look at the player and just went bang straight into him while he's in the air. Yeah, he could have. It's a good job Van Dijk's fucking put his arm down. He could have broke his neck. Yeah, what's the difference? Harry Kane used to all the time.
I just think there's only one word really, and it's on everyone's minds. It's just the inconsistency of everything, and that's the thing. It's the inconsistency.
Do you know what they should have done though? Right? You see, when this happened, I think Bruno got a red card this season. It got overturned. Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, it got overturned. What should happen is every time there's a dodgy-ish looking decision, right? Every single referee in their press conference after the game, yeah, okay, cool. Everyone's saying it's not a red. Cool. Well, it ain't a red then. Yeah, well, it's still a yellow, isn't it? Yeah, and then he should have been straight ready for throwing the linesman's flag on the floor. Yeah, and then he got a second yellow anyway if he gets booked for that and doesn't do the line-out thing. What we're doing, either way, he should have been sent off in the game, is my point. Anyway, every single iffy-ish looking decision that causes controversy, every single manager should come out and call it out. Instead, yeah, Arteta sitting there saying at the beginning of the season or last season, I think it was, oh yeah, you know, they've got a tough job. They all make mistakes. Yeah, you see all these other managers that they all make mistakes. Ange Postecoglou was sitting in a press conference earlier this season. They all make mistakes. Then when it goes against your team, yeah, it's a disgrace.
Yeah,
so
they're all going to make
if you
mistakes.
want to get change
Absolutely.
in the game and you want to get more consistency, you have to all plug together. The difference is you don't, because this team don't like that team don't like that team. The managers probably don't fucking like the clubs because they're trying to stitch them up and trying to get them done for FFP and this and this and this. So you're never going to get that. So either stop fucking moaning about it, or get on with it. Pretty simple, isn't it?
Or another thing, Lee, if we'd have signed the right players, we'd be 10 points clear now and wouldn't have to fucking worry about the Skelly sending off.
Exactly.
The fact that people are sitting online thinking that he deliberately sent him off, right, just so we don't play him against Man City, Newcastle, is absolutely embarrassing.
Yeah, ridiculous.
He's played 5 fucking league games. Yeah, we've got Zinchenko on the bench, we've got Tierney on the bench, we've got Kivior on the bench. Calafiori played when he came on; he was on the bench. All of these players, by the way, have played a lot more fucking games for Arsenal than Skelly.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here? Yeah, he bought Calafiori for 40 million quid. He bought Kivior for 5 million quid. So
I said, if let's say we shouldn't be chasing Liverpool, should we? This stage of the season, Liverpool should be chasing us. If we'd have made the right signings, Liverpool should be chasing us. Let's get it right.
Thanks. Let me grab these super chats, guys. They've been there for a while. Roy talks bullshit having a go at refs. Bro, they're all at it. It's getting major traction online. Yeah, they're all at it. All the usual suspects with YouTube channels, that love to be the TMZ of YouTube. Yeah, and the top gooners that sit online, they all kept their mouth shut. Yeah, against Tottenham, West Ham, and Man United this season when we got decisions go for us. Yeah, didn't say anything then, but now they want to be active. Now they're bringing up examples from 2, 4, 5, 6 years ago. It's off. Yeah, the funny thing about it is, some of these people do actually go to games. So if you want to sit and cry about it week in, week out, stop going. Yeah, because if it's ruining your experience, stop fucking going. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? What are we doing here? Right, I see people moaning all the fucking time about refs, and it's boring. Yeah, it's boring. How about moan at the club? Yeah, because all this has done, like DJ said earlier, and everyone on this said, is bury the fact that shit show at the weekend. Yeah, we won. Yeah, we won. We won the game, and that was a horrible performance. And we need to call out some of the performances in that game. Yeah, because let's be real, Saliba didn't look like he was fully fit. Yeah, he weren't great. Yeah, I thought Partey was decent. I thought Declan Rice head and shoulders above everyone. The rest of them were pretty poor. Calafiori done well when he came on. The rest of them were poor.
And Saliba didn't train today, Lee.
Well, to be fair, we have qualified, so I ain't really too fussed about the Girona game. And they're out anyway, so I think they're going to rest a few. But maybe for the best that we don't have him in training, and then get him ready for City.
Saliba will be the next one to go down because he's being forced to play and he's not fully fit. He'll be the next one to go down. Watch.
He wasn't training today.
No.
Right. Big up Rasta Stocks.
It's all about Man City game, isn't it, guys?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll get to that in a sec. 2 secs here. Gonna bless up earlier on the live that you was on. The man that was a Spurs fan. What was the Spurs guy smoking? It's not even born. No, that was funny, man. Big up Jules as well. That's true, bro. It's true. Tottenham. All right, listen, Tottenham. I see a stat here that Tottenham have got less points now after 23 games than they had this time last season after 10. They're finished, mate. Yeah, and they're another club. Round and round and round they go, gassing up every single player and manager that turns up at their football club. Yeah, don't spot the dud quick enough. Keep them for 2 years, sack them. Then the next manager comes in. And it's, he didn't inherit. He inherited a mess. He didn't get all of his own players. Man United have been doing this for 5 managers. Yeah, it's crazy.
Must be in the water in North London or somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, it must be. Mate, Arsenal, Man United, Tottenham, they're all the same club. Yeah, PR, hype up every single fucking player. Yeah, round and round and round we go. The only difference between our club is, we've actually backed a manager for 5 years. Yeah, they only keep him for about 2 and a bit and then bin him. Right, do you know what I mean? It's jarring. It's so boring, man. Big up to Luke as well. 29's wife abused, and now Michael Oliver abused our fan base and vile. But apparently, we're a classy football club, bro. Nothing classy about Arsenal, mate. Not since we left Highbury, unfortunately. Yeah, and the fact that they sit online doing that is mad. Like DMing some geezer's wife. Like, what are we doing here, bruv? Like, it's all well and good having your opinions and all that. And listen, I cuss players off and call them silly names and all of that. Yeah, and sometimes calling them see you next Tuesday. Yeah, but I ain't out here DMing them. Yeah, I ain't out here DMing their wives. Like, what are we doing here? Make this make sense. Idiots, absolute idiots, mate. Big up to Dinesh as well. Evening, gentlemen. Club PR on transfer only be done in January. BS. As a Liverpool fan, remember Van Dijk, all the paperwork was done before January window opened. As soon as it opened, transfer was done. Facts, mate. We bought Aubameyang in January. We bought loads of players in January. Yeah, and this is the thing, right? We was never planning on buying anyone. Yeah, and then them injuries have happened, and we ain't got a fucking plan in place because we ain't got a technical director. Yeah, we've got the assistant technical director. Yeah, so we was actively not going to sign anyone. Yeah, and then Saka goes down. We then find out how long that's going to be. Oh shit! Now what do we do? And that was on the 21st of December. He got injured. So we found out right before Christmas he was out for the season pretty much. Yeah, and then Jesus goes down in January. So we still weren't going to do anything, but then Jesus goes down. So now it's, oh shit, rush. We should have had deals lined up, ready to go, yeah, from as soon as the last window ended. You're supposed to be in contact with these players, with their agents, and so on and so forth, and negotiating. Yeah, how comes Man City have signed 5 players this window? They've just signed 2 more today. Only a couple of youngsters, but they've still signed 2 more players. Yeah, that Marmouche at the weekend looked fucking tidy. I can't lie.
Yeah,
he's going to cause problems.
He's going to be good.
Yeah, his movement's fucking elite. Why didn't we go for him? Big up to Fred. Did you see him beat up his chair? Yeah, it barely moved, mate. How shameless. Bless up to you, mate. Big up to Stephen as well. Smash the likes up, subscribe, gents. Keep the train rolling. Yeah, get these likes up, man. There's 1,100 in here. We ain't even at 300 likes. Pinned comment is the guy's socials as well. Jez's channel and Kenny's Insta. No Matty today. Matty's busy. He's working. Alexander Isak's in our chat, guys. Big up to you, mate. Hand a transfer request in, fella.
Yeah.
What's funny?
He's absolutely
good saying PGMOL handed the LFC the title, ignored the fact that PGMOL apologised and admitted they took 9 points off them last season. This is what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, and I tweeted this out. Yeah, last year it was they're helping Man City win the league. This year, now Man City have fallen off. Yeah, they're helping Liverpool win the league. But last year they didn't like Liverpool, so why is it this year? Make this make sense. It makes no sense because it's not true. But Arsenal fans are the most fragile beings that roam the planet. Yeah, they literally got the mental age of 5-year-olds, this fan base, collectively online. It's the shambles. Big up to Dinks as well. If people want to know what true sporting corruption is, go and look at the FIA in F1, 7 times worse than the PGMOL. They actually make the rules as they go. Yeah. Well, go and have a look at cricket and stuff like that as well. Go and have a look at the referees in Serie A back in the day. But anyway, we have got a transfer window open, believe it or not, guys. Jez, do you think we're actually going to get anything done?
Well, we could possibly be signing this young lad from some unknown club in bloody Norway. You know what I mean? Midfielder, like we need another midfielder.
Oh, fucking hell.
You know what I'm saying? I think I wouldn't be at all surprised. I would not be at all surprised if we did actually sign that teenager. He's a teenager, right? Okay, I don't know anything about him. I'm not going to profess I know anything about him. But what are we doing here, boys? What are we doing? What are we looking at a teenager from some club in Norway? What are we doing here? Because is that going to improve the team? No. We still haven't got the killer instinct. We still haven't got it over the line. We're relying on that Havertz. And I retract everything I said. I did say in there's a player somewhere. Well, it just shows what I know about football because it clearly I got it wrong. But at the end of the day, Naipan, that's the guy. Well done. But what are we looking at this for? Why? We don't need a midfielder. We need a fucking striker. Apologies for swearing. But at the end of the day, we're just not doing the job we should be doing. And you have to now sit here and look at the direction of this football club under the Cronkies, under Josh. It's clearly Josh is the boy, right? And he's obviously in love with Arteta. And I'm sorry, this is an absolute shit disgrace now. We have no ambition, quite clearly to me, no ambition. We went out of the FA Cup like a damp squid. We're going to probably go out the Carrier Bag Cup like a damp squid. We're not going to win the Premier League. We're not going to win the Champions League, even though we're going to qualify top 8. So, Wednesday night, Arteta, put the kids out there against Girona. Rest the players up for Man City, because that's the one. But mate, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Who is it? Who is this night?
Well, this is why I don't listen to David Ornstein. That guy's a snide. Yeah, that guy's a fraud, mate, and he's on payrolls of many football clubs indirectly. Yeah, this Naipan was at the Etihad as a guest of honour for Erling Haaland. Yeah, like one of his guests. Like, I think it was Erling Haaland. It was Man City fans, correct me. I think it was Haaland, wasn't it? Ornstein said he weren't at the Etihad at the weekend against Chelsea. He said, no, he's not there. Fabrizio Romano's been saying he's going to Man City. Yeah, Ornstein's been saying he's going to Arsenal. Why the fuck was he at Man City then? Why was he at Man City as a guest of Haaland? Oh, but his fellow countrymen are there. Yeah, like, what we're doing here, yeah? We have wasted 27 days. What are we actually doing? Kenny, what do you make of it, Kenny? Because, like, obviously, you're in the stadium every home game, yeah? Like, surely the fans are getting the ump with the lack of strikers and the lack of forwards that we have that are clinical. Like, surely the people around you are like, there's murmurings and that.
Well, we are, but the fact is that you have to ask yourself a question. 2 years ago, we were looking. We publicly announced that we were looking aggressively at buying players in terms of Mudryk and Casado. We ended up buying, Trossard. And 2 years ago, that's when we were going for the league, and we looked like we showed a bit of ambition. It didn't go our way, but we were actively going to look, to win that league. This is our best chance of winning it. Now, as far as I know, we're still in the league title race 2 years later. What's changed from 2 years ago to now? When we were showing a bit of ambition, when we are being aggressive with players, now all of a sudden we're not showing any ambition. Did we spend really that much money on Declan Rice, on Trossard, on Havertz, that we've got no more money to spend? Is PSR really, really struggling us? Or is it down to the manager? Because last season we didn't hear anything concrete, and this season I've heard nothing concrete about who we signed. I've heard rumours that Sesko's now willing to come. Well, he's not willing to come, because if he was willing to come, then the club would have leaked it to everyone. On BBC.
If he was willing to come, he would have signed in the summer. He said no and signed a new deal.
Exactly. And that is the situation. I said it before the summer transfer window commenced, that we're not going to buy anyone because the club are going to use the excuse that we spent a lot of money on the 2 signings, including Timber as well, so 3 signings. So for me, I've got no confidence we're going to buy it, and I always thought, injuries or no injuries, it had to do with the fact that the Champions League is going into its the end of this month. So 2 days is enough time to get players over the line. And as you said, where's the director of finance? Who's working behind the scenes? It's not happening. The only major signings we're going to get is going to be signings we're going to get in the summer. But I promise you guys, we'll have to sell first. We'll have to get the wages bill up.
We're going to have to do that this January, Kenny. Sorry to come, mate. We're going to have to do that this January. That's why we ain't bought anyone yet. Right? Because Dortmund are looking at Zinchenko and seeing he's going to Celtic, apparently.
Exactly.
Yeah, so how much are we getting for them? 30 mil? So that'll go towards the player that we want.
Well, Tierney's a loan one. It's not. Tierney's a loan.
Oh,
it's a loan. It's a loan. That's what I heard. It's a loan. It's Zinchenko. I haven't heard it for anything concrete. I can tell you now, categorically, without fail, that this summer, it's not just going to be about, people coming at the end of their loans or people living at freeze. We're going to have to make a sacrifice on a big player who's going to get a lot of money, because they're not looking at wages to get off the books. They're looking at transfer fees coming in. And you should take your pick, because let's face it, apart from 3 or 4 players, they haven't been exactly pulling up any trees, and they won't be missed. I can tell you what, they won't be missed.
No, it's mad. DJ, same for you, mate. Like, what's it like where you are at the Emirates?
It's frustration all round, Lee. To be honest, it's just frustrating all round. I mean, where I am, it's the same all the time. You know, you got the people that have been going for a long time, like myself, and I say it, Lee. You know, people say, "Oh, 28 days, we haven't done nothing." In my book, and a lot of people that sit around me, we ain't done nothing in 8 months, because the signings we did make ain't good enough. I'm not saying the signings dreadful. If those signings would have come along and we'd have made the right signings and added them as an addition, okay, fair enough. Backup defender, backup midfield player. We've got our striker, we've got our replacement for Saka, and we've got these two. But the fact of the matter is, we didn't do it. And what we're holding on to now, we're holding on getting players out the door to try and bring someone in. And that's not going to happen. I think, this is what, me personally, I think now Edu's gone, I'm not so sure these owners actually trust Arteta with their money.
Interesting.
I think the younger Cronky's looking at it and thinking, hang on a minute, we're struggling to win something here, and he's had XYZ amount of pounds been spent on this club. Because if I was the owner, I'd be hesitant. If I was daddy owner and the club was coming to me with money, I'd go, well, hang on a minute, how much more money? What's he want more money for now? The club's in no better. The club's not in a position no nearer to winning anything than what they were 2-3 years ago, and I've just spent £700 million on it. How are we closer? So you got to look at the bigger picture. Is there anyone in place to get these deals over the line? Now we haven't got a director of football or someone to do the signings. B, do the owners 100% trust this man to come in and make more signings? And if they don't, then they've got to look at the end of the season. If we don't win anything, is he going to be in their future to take the club on? Because the Cronkies ain't going nowhere. You know, you can say all you like about the Cronkies this and the Cronkies that. They're not going anywhere. No. So that's the next question you've got to start asking yourself. And another thing is as well, is that the Gyökereses and all the players that are probably good enough to be at this club, they're not coming. It's too late. This should have been done way back when. This should have been done in December. The wheels should have got rolling in December, ready for the January signing. This should have been done back in the summer. Should have been done in December. You know, so forget Gyökereses and all of that, because it ain't going to happen. And the annoying thing for me is the fact that we're looking at this unknown midfield young player. And yeah, I'm sure he ain't a bad talent, but future is not what we need, guys. We need something now. We need proven players now. We haven't won nothing in over 20 or. I don't want to sign potentials. And the fact that we're even looking at this Napen, this midfield player from Rosenborg or somewhere, the fact that we're even looking at him is an insult. It's an insult to us as fans. Honestly, I feel that I'm being insulted because I don't want him. He's not going to deliver me a trophy. He's not suddenly going to pop up and be the next Ronaldo, or the next Saka, Vinicius. You know, he's a potential. I don't want potentials at the club. I want people to come in and do the job, hit the ground running and do the job straight away. And that's what we should have done. We should have had something lined up in December. And as I said to you before, Lee and the panel, in my eyes, I've been waiting 8 months. I've not been waiting 28 days. I've been waiting 8 months. And all around me where I sit, it's the same old. It's like, oh, look, here we go again. January's coming to an end. No signings. And the summer will come here. But
all the PR and the propaganda and everything's been out there all month. We're linked to everyone.
Oh, yeah. I don't listen to it, Lee. I can't listen to it. I can't listen to it.
Millions of people do. That's like, then they get gassed up about, oh, yeah, I want to sign. Oh, we tried to get in. We did try. It's like, did we really try, though? How do we know this?
No. And
they told us.
Lee, honestly, mate, I'm now questioning whether the owners trust this man with their money to go and sign.
I was listening to what you said, right? And do you know what's mad? I think Arteta signed that contract. Yes, he did. He signed that new contract on 15 million quid a year before Edu quit.
Yeah, exactly.
He signed that before he quit. So maybe you're right. Maybe they've gone, no. Edu was the one that was actually getting the players in, or maybe it's Arteta that was getting them in, and that's why Edu quit. Who knows? We don't know what went on behind the scenes.
I take a lot of stick because people go to me, oh, you back the Cronkies, your Cronkies in, your Cronkies. No, I've never said I back the Cronkies. I've always said that this club could do with better owners. But what you cannot deny is that these guys has given this manager more than any other managers in the history, more money than anyone. This guy has given more money to Jurgen Klopp had at Liverpool. He's had more than what the Jurgen Klopp had at Liverpool. Right?
Isn't it why, sorry to interrupt you, my friend, but isn't it why one of the reasons that Edu said he didn't like Arteta getting that new contract, and he didn't like the fact that he had too much power? Edu said that.
And I think, Jez, getting back to that, I think that's why Edu walked out the door, because I think Edu long term is thinking, hang on a minute, by getting that contract, this guy's going to be here for a long while, and I don't think I can work with him.
Why do you only think it's funny that our CEO jacked as well? Vinay, he quit.
Yeah,
it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan because managers' dream, especially when you're a manager, is to have complete control of footballing affairs, including players' incomings and outgoings. Because one thing managers always complain about when they lose their job or when they're under pressure, I'm not given enough money to spend, and I don't like being told by a non-football person who I should buy and who I should sell.
What's the sporting director? Do they direct the traffic? What Wenger said, didn't he? So we've lost Vinay, influential, and we lost Edu, influential, which means you can't have it both ways, Mikel, and that goes to all the Mikel fans. You have that level of control. You have to have some sort of accountability, and it has to be for everything, not just results. Now it's got to be for player welfare and players you get in. And if the players don't work, it's on you. You can't just say, "Oh, we do," blah blah blah. Thank God we've seen the back of Edu. No. I was always saying, even when Edu was there, the minute I heard a team manager, that's when I thought this guy is part of the transfer committee, and I'm never going to let that go. I'm like a dog, after a bone.
No, you're right.
Like Rafa did. Look what happened. Rafa did. He only lasted 1 year when he bought and that's the thing. If the Cronkies got any nuts about them, they got to say to the guy, right, we've got rid of this guy, we've got rid of that guy, got rid of the CEO, we've got rid of your Edu, both people who are in your way in terms of you captain saying you want complete control, and if you had complete control, we're going to be successful, we'll get the right players in, and we're going to deliver trophies in the championship. All right, you've had complete control, right, for this season. At the end of the season, if things don't go well in terms of us not having any silverware, then you've got to leave. Simple as. On £50 million a year, with that amount of control, if you're not delivering the trophies, leave and get someone else in. It's not hard. You know what I mean? That's what other clubs would do. Why Arsenal different?
Because that's how we roll. That's exactly how we roll. Yeah, we like to be different to everybody else. We're classy Arsenal. Yeah, we want to do it the right way. How about just win? Yeah, how about just win? Right, I'm going on Deloitte website, yeah, because I want to read this out. Big up to everyone locked in as well. Let me just grab that super chat real quick that's sat there. Big up to Joshua, bro. Joshua Valles. Appreciate the super chat, mate. AC Milan are in for that Mexican striker at Feyenoord, Jimenez. The one who scored a brace against Bayern. Yeah, why don't Arsenal try and get him? How many strikers do AC Milan need? They got Tammy Abraham. They got Morata. Like, how comes we ain't getting him? How comes? And I said this before, right? Everyone laughed me out of town. I'm going to say it again. We should have been in for Morata. 10.5 million quid. Yeah, 120, 130 grand a week. Yeah, it's something different that we ain't got. Yeah, and we've got 29 up front. Yeah, I guarantee if you gave Morata them 4 chances at the weekend, he bags 2 of them.
Lee, and I'll give you another striker that you showed me the other night that took my breath away. And if we'd have signed him, we'd be 10 points clear of Liverpool. And I'm telling you now, he would have got on the end. He would have definitely scored one of those chances that came in, and that's Dogbick.
100%. 24
if we'd have signed him, we could have got him for about 22, 24 million on silly money a week in comparison to what players are on now. If we'd have signed him, then we would be, as I said, we should not be chasing Liverpool and hoping they're dropping points. We should not be in that position come into January. And you know, and that's the bottom line. You can spin it, go, as I said, you know, the fan base here can go round and round in circles. Yeah. Start getting all excited because we beat Tottenham and we beat this one and we've done this and we've done that and we've done this and we've done that. Let's see where they are at the end of the season. Because, you know.
And this right here as well, yeah, from Tim's. This is Mahrez. I can't play the goal, yeah. Mendy, the ex-Chelsea goalkeeper, picks the ball up, hoofs it all the way over the halfway line. The ball's coming out the air. Mahrez is one-on-one with the defender if he gets the touch right. Yeah, first touch, takes it straight away from the defender, pings it straight in the top corner. Yeah, fucking class. We should have got him. 30 mil.
I mean, come on. There's more. You know, the Arabic side of Man City and Leicester got Mahrez. We've got Martinelli. I mean, that says it all, doesn't it? But in terms of what DJ,
and I've never seen Martinelli score a goal like that either.
In terms of what DJB says, I always knew, and I'm not saying that I predict it. It's just like from what I've seen over the years with football. I always say that if you want a title challenge for the first 2 years, you've got to win it the second year.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's doubly difficult to win it, and I think there are scars because of what happened last season. You know, it's very easy to say that in 2023 we were inexperienced. There's a good learning curve for us. We didn't really get over the line, but we're going to learn from this. But the second season, when you do it again, that's not a learning curve. That's a bottle in the league. So the first season, I don't care what anyone says. Maybe all it needs is for 2 or 3 players to have doubts, for 2 or 3 players to lose form. And that's exactly what's happened. I'm not saying they got doubts, but they definitely lost form. Yeah. And they've taken poor form into this season. Hence the fact that is there any wonder that we're struggling to, you know, actually mount a challenge? Because let's face it, Liverpool haven't played that well. They haven't had to. The fact is that if you've got cutting edge, if you've got a good defence, you've got the best goalkeeper in the world, then there's certain games where you can serve energy. Now I've got a manager that's got a brain. I'm not saying Klopp is brainless, but Slot has got a footballing brain, and he's basically said this is why Liverpool didn't win the 4 trophies that they were in contention for. They only won the League Cup is because of this, and that. And what he's done, he's gone and fixed it with the same players. He's basically said, I'm going to rotate you, whether you like it or not. And in certain games, we're going to just do enough to win. We're good enough in certain games in Europe and in the league to do enough to win. And then coming to the business end of the season, or as a boxing fan, like I said, the championship rounds, they'll be flying. He's basically worked it out perfectly. He's kept all.
He's froze.
Froze.
The Cronkies have got him. The Cronkies have attacked him. It's
the conspiracy guys.
Yeah.
Michael Oliver's got Kenny Ken. Ooh. Michael Oliver's nobbled Kenny Ken.
Yeah.
Our voice of reason.
Do you know what I mean? It's gone, mate. Yeah, Roberto Di Matteo, mates.
Roberto Di Matteo, mates. Well and truly.
Well, when he comes back, we'll let him finish what he was saying. But while we're waiting, Deloitte Football Money League 2025, ground control, 28th edition, blah, 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 blah. The 23-24 season saw Real Madrid come the first football club to record a €1 billion revenue stream. Jesus Christ. What phase are they in? Because they keep winning. They were building doing a new revamp on their stadium. Mad. This goes on for quite a while as well, by the way. Yeah, it goes on for fucking eternity. So I'm going to read it until he gets back. When he's back. Oh, he's back. Here we go. He's back. Go on. Sorry, mate.
Guys, I want to apologise profusely. I've got a dog in the house. I think he went near me internet. That's my excuse anyway.
Yeah, there's no accountability here, Kenny. You sound like Arsenal.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, right?
We thought it was conspiracy. We thought Michael Oliver nobbled you, mate.
You can't sack me because the other day, we're in the era now where there's no accountability for poor performance. You know, you're given chance and chance and chance. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying is that Man City fans, are throwing their dummy out of the cot because they're saying Liverpool are not playing the kind of football with panache that they're used to. But Liverpool haven't got the players and have the level squad Man City have got. So they're having to measure themselves and win it a different way. Unfortunately for Man City fans, they think that Pep is the alpha and omega. I mean, everyone plays like Pep these days. As I said before, love Pep or hate Pep. I think Pep is a talent killer. And I think he's a killer of football because there's no variety. Everyone wants to play like Pep.
Boring.
And there's a problem.
Yeah.
Can
I just, sorry, Lee, can I just come in on just very quickly on what one of the things that Arnie Snot has done, and one of the criticisms I've got with our manager is he's made Konate into a top defender. I mean, he's improved Konate tenfold, and he's improved that Gravenberch or however you say it. Yeah. So one of the things that I've noticed with Liverpool is that he's done little tweaks here and there, but you can see that he's improved players in key positions. And this is what I can't see on a consistent basis where our players have improved under Arteta in key positions. And that's the difference between Arsenal and Liverpool for me this season.
No, thanks. Kenny's took ownership of win, according to the chat, guys. Took ownership of win.
My dog's called Theo, believe it or not.
Named after Walcott, yeah? Wally Walcott.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I wanted an Arsenal player, and I thought, we
weren't going to be fucking Cesc, was it?
Don't, please.
No, let's
Frank.
From the Cesc.
Don't get me wrong. I hate Frank Stapleton as well. As much as I hate Cesc, in fact, I hate Frank Stapleton more.
Jez, how can you hate Frank Stapleton?
Mate,
traitor.
This will be a debate for tomorrow night.
You're gonna get it. Save it. You're getting started right there.
Money grabbing so and so who instantly moved to Man United in '81. I hate him as much as I hate Frank.
Kenny.
We'll talk about it tomorrow night, mate. When we talk about it tomorrow.
You're killing me, Kenny, with that slander, honestly.
Frank Stapleton is a lower than a snake's belly, as far as I'm concerned. Never forgive him.
Ouch.
Yeah. The lads ain't having it. I want to share Deloitte's website real quick, because this is for last season's revenue, yeah. Real Madrid became the first club to generate over €1 billion, or €1 billion, in revenue. Wow. And they are sat top of the 2025 Money League, which is obviously for last year. Yeah? Completion of renovations works to the Bernabeu Stadium, I've been caught by the mutants, guys. The growth of match day revenues to 248 million euros.
Wow.
That's for the year. Yeah, ours is 153 million. So they're well clear. They're like 90 million quid clear of us on match day revenue, although they have a bigger stadium. In 103% increase. Wow. The increase was realised predominantly on account of the marketing of personal seat licenses, which provided an uplift of 76 million euros with the sale of new VIP seats. This is where we're going to go, boys, by the way, because they're going to do that fucking upgrade on the Emirates, and that's where they're trying to go. Yeah,
you can't upgrade the Emirates and then expect more fans to get into that one poxy station at Ivory, isn't it? And it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm sure the Cronkies couldn't give a shit once they sell all the boxes off. They don't care how you get there. Do you know what I mean? Then carries on. Increased capacity of the stadium from December 23. The club also reported 20% increase in commercial revenue from 403 mil, 482, boosted by the increased merchandise and new sleeve sponsorships. Well, you don't mind doing 160 euros on a Real Madrid shirt, do you? Right, at least they fucking win. Right, so this is where Arsenal are at, guys. Right, Real Madrid top, City second, PSG. Fuck knows how because they got no fans in their stadium. Like, well, they have, to be fair, but it's like, listen, let's be real. A PSG a bigger club than Arsenal, like income-wise? Fucking hell, they must have a lot of commercial deals, mate. Man United, still massive, by the way, despite being absolutely awful for how long. Bayern Munich is still massive. Fucking hell, the mutants have come to my house now. Jesus Christ. 1 second, guys.
West Ham on there, Jez, look.
I'm just looking at that. And Aston Villa.
Yeah. Olympiacos.
Look at Newcastle.
Yeah.
371.
See now, this is going to be my next worry is that if we don't start improving our squad soon in the right areas, teams like Newcastle with all their money are going to just get stronger and stronger and stronger.
I agree. I said that 3 years ago, 3 years ago, when that came in.
And that'll be another one we'll have to contend with. So it won't be just like it won't be the usual suspects like Liverpool, Manchester City, and everything else. You'll have Newcastle getting stronger. So it's really important that we improve our squad, and that's why I can't believe we haven't. You know, it's just beyond me how we're sort of end of January and still find ourselves with the squad we've got.
The thing is, DJ, considering we've got one of the richest men in America, family, as our own.
Billions.
I mean, I'm not saying Walmart money goes into Arsenal at all. I'm not saying that. But these are two of the biggest businessmen in America, right? And yet the club is so mismanaged.
Yeah.
So that's what I don't get. These are super, super top level businessmen, right? I'm not saying that they're the right owners. I'm not saying that. But surely if you've earned that much money and you manage that amount of money, which they do in their businesses, surely you've got to look at how the money is spent. I would, if it was me, if that was my I'd be thinking, 750 odd million, 800 million quid. What have we achieved here? What have we done? But I don't get it. I don't understand it.
But guys, don't you think that the Cronkies are bought into like the like Victoria Concordia Crescit? They're bought into that kind of Arsenal way of life. The Arsenal, the Arsenal values. Because remember originally when David Dean recognised all the things that we're talking about right now in terms of going to the Emirates and the money being spent. David Dean recognised that 18 years ago. and he got sacked for it. He knew that in order to compete with Abramovich, we needed foreign investment into the football club. We needed to move with the times. And initially, Peter Hillwood said he doesn't want that sort at the club. And then David Dean was sacked because he was allegedly trying to stage a hostile takeover because he sold most of his shares to Fisman. Fisman and all of them got together, got rid of him. And then the Kroenkes went, oh, no, we're not in any trouble. We'll invest, but we're not going to change anything. And that's what they bought into. And that's Arsenal Football Club in a nutshell. We can talk about the Kroenkes, but hang on here. Before the Kroenkes got to the football club, there was Fishman, Dean, Lady Chamberlain and her husband, and the Hillwoods. Were spending money. Before when we first moved to the Emirates, it was those guys who were in charge. They're the ones who initially moved from Highbury because although we're competing with Man United on the football pitch, we were losing out by about nearly 30,000 match day turnover each game to Man United. The Emirates was never about competing on the football field. They actually told us that we're competing on revenue.
True.
And said it enabled for us to compete with Man United, but it was never about that. When Arsenal Football Club said we want to compete with Bayern Munich, and when we get Emirates, we'll compete with Bayern Munich, they're right. They weren't lying to you. They just didn't tell us what we wanted to hear or needed to hear. The football nowadays, especially this football club, is about money and money also. They've made more money moving to the Emirates than we're ever going to make at Highbury. The Emirates is now paying for itself. But if football fans think that any club outside Man City and Chelsea and Man United, because Man United have to win, although there have been a shambles since Sir Alex has left, if you think that any other club is going to operate with that sort of ambition, expectation, it's not going to happen. Arsenal are not that club. As I said before, the only way Arsenal Football Club can move with the times if we get rid of the owners, but we just have to get the owners that are interested in winning.
Go on again, Jez.
Yeah, I agree with what Kenny's telling me here.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we were sold a lie from day one in the fact that we're going to compete with the best and all this bullshit and lies and all that. That's never happened. It's never achieved it. Kenny's back. Go on, Kenny. Continue on, mate.
What I'm saying, right, is that we have to have the best of the best. Look what happened at Chelsea. Peter Kenyon was at Chelsea. I was at Man United. Abramovich paid him double the money, and he poached him for Man United. That was Peter Kenyon. Yeah. Then he heard that Sven Eriksson was wanted to be the successor to Man United. Didn't happen. He was England. He tried to get Sven Eriksson to manage Chelsea. He thought he was the best of the best. And then Sven Eriksson said, right, get Crespo, get Mutu, get all the best players in Europe, get Jeremy, get Makelele. They went and got them because they were the best available. Man City did the same thing. Remember when Man City first bought that club? When the Sheikh first bought the club, they bought Robinho, who was at the time one of the best players in the world. When we've done at Arsenal, we're not that club, and that's what I'm trying to say. We could, like I said, pull the house down, threaten to loot the Walmart stores, but nothing's going to change until we sell and get the right attitude in, the right owners in, and it's not going to happen in my lifetime.
Facts. Don't worry, it wasn't Frank Stapleton or Cesc Fabregas's entourage, guys, or the mutants. It was the missus. We've all been attacked. I don't know what is going on here.
Anyway, it's all gone waff.
Yeah, she rocked up with beer and fags. Cheers, didn't even ask. Lovely. So just in case you needed it. Anyway, I'm going to read this comment out real quick, and then we're going to carry on with this thing before we wrap. Give Pep an open checkbook, and he's a genius. How many of Pep's teams at Barcelona? Pep, the team he got after being the B team manager at Barcelona. How many came through the academy? Messi, Iniesta, Busquets, Xavi. Who else? There's loads. Yeah, what are we doing here? Yeah, it's almost like a good manager gets given a decent amount of money and trusted to buy players, yeah, that can actually continue winning. What are we doing here? Yeah, makes no sense to me. Anyway, let's carry on. So, Arsenal, 7th in the Money League. 716.5 million euros we earned in 23-24. To put that into context, guys, that's more than Liverpool. Just. Top Spurs, well, there you go. Chelsea falling off a cliff because their match day revenue is tiny in comparison. I think we got the highest match day revenue. It's I think only Real Madrid and somebody else have got more. It says it on this thing. But look at these clubs around Europe, though, yeah? Borussia Dortmund, Atletico Madrid, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus. We're well clear of all of these clubs. Well clear of these clubs in terms of match day revenue. And how comes they still win stuff? Like, look at West Ham. West Ham are right on the coattails of Juve in revenue. Unbelievable. Man City remained the highest revenue generating English club, blah, blah, blah. I want to find what I'm looking for. Where the fuck is it? Commercial. It's commercial. Fuck's sake. Why can you never find it? Yeah, look, Brighton are the 21st ranked team on revenue. And I'm being told by everyone they can't compete for a fucking League Cup or an FA Cup. But then you see teams around the world, like Napoli, right underneath them in 22nd, go and win a title against European giants. You see Roma go and win a trophy. Frankfurt win trophies. Benfica. Look at Benfica, the biggest club in Portugal, revenue less than Brighton.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Why can't I find what I'm flipping looking for, man? 1 second. Let me go to this quick. I think it was on. Yeah, I'll go on that one. I'll go on this one. Right, there we go. That's easier to break it down. Right, Arsenal's revenue went up 38.6% off a broadcast revenue from the year before. So this is 24. 23, it was 220 mil. So we're getting more TV revenue by 38.6%, an increase of 85 million euro. Commercial revenue went up 63 million euro, 32.3%. Match day revenue went up 35 million euros, 29.6%. All of this increase.
And we ain't got a striker.
Yeah. Where's the increase in quality on the pitch?
Exactly. I was just gonna say that does not match what we're seeing on the quality.
Yeah, the wage bill, right? Look at this, yeah. Arsenal's match day revenue was the highest of all Premier League clubs. Only PSG and Real Madrid made more. Yeah, the Spanish side made 95 million euros more. Arsenal's commercial revenue remains the weakest in the Premier League in the top 10 clubs. For comparison, City's is 407, Liverpool 343. So our commercial deals are shit, basically, compared to Chelsea, Spurs, and everyone else. Yeah, only Man City with 343 mil and Real Madrid with 316 mil earned more from broadcasters than Arsenal with their 305.
Lee, can I just say, you know that commercial there you've got there? That's a good say. Is that worldwide though? Because these clubs are still bigger than Arsenal worldwide commercially. Even Man United that are in the mud.
Yeah, that's everything. Yeah,
that's everything.
All commercial deals,
yeah. So this is another reason why we've got to start winning trophies, because commercially we're falling behind other clubs as well, and eventually the knock-on effect of that is we'll have more or less money to spend.
Yeah. And then underneath that, it says, while the percentage of income spent on wages increased year on year, 53% compared to 51%. So our wage bill went up 2% from the year before. Yeah, it remains far more manageable than 4 years ago when it spiked at 75%. But our revenue's gone up a fuck ton, but the wages has gone up in line with the increase, whereas back then we were paying 75% and the income was a lot less, which is how we got into the mess we're currently in. Yeah, of not having a fucking adequate striker, not having an Odegaard replacement, because we've given him money, we've paid him top dollar to come here, we've paid him top dollar in wages, but that top dollar is still trying to fix this. And we're still living off of the back of that as well, because we've signed players, right? Our wage bill is 53% of our income, right? Which is pretty decent, I can't lie. But if it's 75% of your income, and you've still got some of these players at the club, Thomas Partey, for example. Yeah, Thomas Partey's on 240 grand a week, I think.
Yeah.
And we signed him, 4 or 5 years ago for 50 million euro. We had to pay that up front because it was a release clause.
240 grand a week, and we're paying him at right back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, Kieran Tierney's on 110 grand a week.
I'm just saying, just in case these Arsenal loyal fans are listening.
Yeah, it's mad. It's actually crazy. Like, I mean, when I look at some of these other clubs on this list, Liverpool win stuff. Chelsea have won 3 trophies more recently than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Juve have won a trophy last season. Dortmund got a Champions League final. They've won a
West
cup.
Ham. West Ham have won more than us recently. Leicester have.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Look at this. Atletico Madrid won a league 3 years ago. 4 years ago. 3 years? Yeah, 3 years ago, I think. 3 years ago. Barcelona have won a cup this season, and they won a league a couple of seasons back. Bayern Munich, obviously nothing last season. Yeah, but they dominate. Man United, they've won 2 cups in the last 2 years. PSG dominate. Man City dominate. Real Madrid dominate. Yeah, we're fucking literally right up there on money with all of these clubs. It's us and Man United are the odd ones out in that top 7 and top 8. We're the odd ones out because Liverpool win stuff. What do we win? Oh, but we've got a nice dog and we've got nice merch. Did you, DJ, have you managed to get your MPC jacket?
Oh, dear, I can't believe it when that was rolled out.
I bet you see that fella at games, didn't you?
Oh, couldn't believe it. Honestly, it's the merch that kills me all the time. It really does.
Where am I cigarettes? For fuck's sake.
It really does. Are you getting an NPC jacket, Kenny? I think you'd look good in that, mate. The pink one.
Oh no, fam. I think, you know, ironically, all my Arsenal stuff gets bought by my wife and my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
I buy it. So I accept those presents gratefully because it's Arsenal. I love
yeah, of course you do. Yeah, absolutely.
But I have to admit, they have come with some, you know, like some interesting stuff. They had like the tube kind of training gown, and they had the Jamaica one, the African one, and they got a new kind of you know, like jacket we come out to. It's like seeing out Happy Days, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's true, isn't it? It's like Happy Days.
One's wearing it, isn't it? Yeah, exactly.
Richie Cullen, you know, like Richie Cullen in Happy Days.
Yeah.
Do you know how much that jacket is? It's about 150 quid.
How much?
About that varsity jacket, the red and white one with the A on it.
Yeah.
Like the little bomber jacket type thing, yeah? Yeah, that's about 150 quid. Well, I'm not even taking the piss. It's about 150 quid.
Crazy.
Yeah, fucking joke. Our club is a disgrace, mate. Like, honestly, absolute disgrace. Yeah, and
baseball cap, or whatever you want to call these things, with that A on it, right? £45.
Fucking hell.
The only, as I said, if you're serious at getting cronkies out and you want to change, you've got to stop buying the merch. You've got to tap your card in the game, walk out the other turns, and walk out again. I mean, look at that. Look.
What a pile of shit.
Look,
yeah.
We've just got a bunch of models, haven't we? That's all we've got. We just got a bunch of models, mate. Yeah, watch this. How much is this jacket? 95 quid. Well, 95 euros. That's about 80 quid, isn't it?
Match date's packed only.
Look at the state of that. It looks like a red bin bag.
I'll tell you what. Those people that work in that shop are more busier than frigging 29s on the field, mate. I tell you.
It's unbelievable, mate. Like, honestly, if we go to 1 to 250 euros, I want to go to all of their merch. Sorry, I want to just share some of these things before we wrap this up. Yeah, how do I get out of it? How do I get on it? Oh, actually, let me find this. Let me fucking find this. Let me go back. Arsenal.com. Tickets. Here we go. Look at this. This is what they're doing at the games now as well, yeah? Right? So we'll go men's team. Right? We'll go hospitality. Oh, fuck. It took me off of that screen. I have to share it again. 1 sec. Yeah, this is... Mate, this is unbelievable, the money they're charging for this, mate, yeah?
It's crazy.
Continue. Right, look at the prices of this here. Luxury padded seat, panoramic views of the pitch, grazing menu, which just basically means nibbles. From 1,945 quid each. Yeah, you don't even get any fucking food or drink. Yeah, look at this one's. You're probably better off doing this one. Premium match seats, 1, 2, 3, not free all day. 3 drinks and a main meal, 925. Look, 18 grand for the box for the day. Fuck it, hell, mate.
Lee, it's London. In London's, you think about it, it's where we're based in the country, in London, and it's not just us. It's going to happen. It's happening as we speak at Tottenham. It's happening at West Ham. That's the future of football now. The future of football is, Merseyside fan. I mean, after a football match, the club's just as busy before in terms of Merseyside. I mean, I went to the club shop, after Zagreb, not because I want to be there, just to keep warm.
Look at this, though. Look at this, right? Look, this premium level, club level seats, private table in the WM, signature cocktail on arrival, 2 grand, sold out. Yeah, box ticket for the day. Champagne on arrival, sold out. This is
where football's gone wrong, Lee. Football's gone wrong. It's gone crazy. The icing on the cake was, for me, was giving that giant, other than score goals, can't play football. Yeah, Haaland, 500 grand a week. That was that to me, 9-year contract and 500 grand a week. That to me says it all to me.
Look at this one. Yeah, hero experience. Yeah, the only way for you and your guests to meet a current men's first team player is to take a private tour. Yeah, pitch side with an Arsenal legend, available for most men's games. Parties of 4 only. Right, you get a squad signed shirt or a football, an Arsenal legend pitch side tour, and a group photo for all guests. 3.3k sold out. Party of 4 only. Yeah, get us a fucking striker, mate. Yeah, here's stories from an Arsenal legend on their playing days over a glass of champagne in a director's box. Then you're set the corner. You can put the corner flag down. Yeah, before a match. Yeah, available for most men's games. Groups of 4 or 8 only. Well, if it's a group of 8, well, there's only 4 fucking corner flags, mate. Yeah,
yeah.
What are we doing here?
No, you put it in, take it out, and then give it to the next person.
Yeah, 2.5 grand. Mate, this club's a Ponzi scheme.
It's all corporate, mate. It's all corporate, that is. It's all corporate.
Yeah. Packages. 155 quid a person for women's super lounge. Women's super lounge. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at this. Meet women's first team, 300. Executive box, 2 grand. They're fucking raking it in, mate. I can't lie. They are taking the wholesale piss, and people are paying it. They're paying it every single week. Unbelievable, mate. And we're sitting there crying out for fucking players.
But half those people that go have just jumped on the bandwagon in the last sort of 10 years or so. They've not seen us win anything.
Yeah, but DJB.
That comment's funny from Chris.
It's all corporate, mate. I mean, I went up to. I got taken to Old Trafford by a boiler company for an FA Cup game, right? And we had a box up in their own box, right? And we were in there. There was 6 of us, and we got drink, meal, blah 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 blah. But if we wanted to drink during the game, this is going back a few years now, right? You had to pull the curtain down because the fans sat outside watching the game. You weren't allowed because they can turn around and look into the box, right? So you couldn't drink while the game was on, which I thought was a load of bollocks myself. But I'm sorry. Why don't you just put mirrored glass up so people can't look in? But hey, there you go, right? And I'm going back here a long time, and that was like £800 a pop for us, each person to go, right? And the food wasn't great, right? The box was like smaller than the room I'm sat in here, yeah. And there was 8 of us in there, all like literally like this, like, all right, okay, we're all trying to eat our dinner like this, you know, and all that. And you have this people, if you want a drink, you call them in, give you a drink. All free, right? But it's bollocks, man. All this corporate shit. You know, I wasn't actually. I will just say this: I didn't go to see Man United Arsenal. It was Man United. I can't even remember who the other team fucking was. It was just a freebie, and I got invited. And I went, yeah, okay, fair.
We'll all take a freebie, Jez. The only difference is now you go in that box now. It's running alive with rats.
Yeah.
Or you're getting leaked ceilings.
I had some geezer in my chat the other day. He's from New Zealand. I can't remember his name. That's up to him, yeah. And he said, me and my missus want to come over and do a corporate thing, like in the posh seats, basically, yeah. Like not a box, but like club level, yeah, or around there, or diamond. Is it diamond? I don't know. Fucking anyway. Yeah. He goes, it's a dream of ours to come over. Blah blah blah. I really want to come over for a game, but on the website, it's mad confusing. So I did it live. Yeah, that's how I'm doing the prices. That's why I just done it now. Yeah, right. I went on Real Madrid's website. Yeah, €390. I said, mate, just go to Madrid, mate. The flight will probably be cheaper. The accommodation will be cheaper. You get to watch proper footballers. Yeah, you just won't get your food or drink included, but it's cheaper in Spain anyway. Like 390 quid for a fucking VIP ticket at Real Madrid, depending on what game it is. Yeah, depending on what game it is. Like Atleti's sold out. The derby's coming up. Just look now. But if you want to go and watch, you want to go and watch Girona, yeah, you want to go and watch Real Madrid versus Girona. I'm looking now, yeah, €390. Yeah, and the view is on the corner flag, middle tier. Yeah, right in the corner, middle tier. Yeah, €390. Yeah,
that's what it should be. It's ridiculous.
It says here, seats located in the East Stand. Yeah, one of the best views of the pitch. Hospitality rooms. You have to pay for the food, but the food it's not going to be that fucking expensive compared to the Emirates. Yeah, and you get exclusive catering from 2 hours before the match. Yeah, so you can go there, you can have a dinner or lunch or whatever, go and watch the game, and you're chilling. Yeah, let's say the food costs €200 all in for you and your missus. Yeah,
you're still saving.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Yeah, and this club have got more revenue than any other club on the planet, and they're charging less. Like, make this make sense. I looked at tickets the other day, yeah, because I've got a membership at Real Madrid. Right, I looked at tickets the other day. I think it was for what game was it? What game did fucking Roms was at the game chat? Roms was in Madrid. It weren't Liverpool because that played at home. I think it was was it Leipzig or someone? Yeah. And I looked at tickets and they were €60 for a ticket, and you're right behind the fucking goal. Real Madrid in the Champions League, €60 it was. They're off their official website. And it's like, come on, mate, what are we doing here? How are we charging 100 odd quid for a game in the upper tier? Yeah, and we can't go and get proper players.
It's never been about that, mate. Let's not forget we're trying to get 20. We're actually trying to increase our stadium to 80,000. Now they're going to tell you that the reason why they're doing that is because they want to get fans.
They've got him again, haven't they?
They got him again. Honestly, they're killing him, man.
Yeah, it's all gone off on this stream, isn't it? The lag on Kenny.
They're getting
my doorbell going. Yeah,
John, is Kenny back? Is Kenny back?
I'm back. Is everyone? Oh, it's just one of those things where football. That's where football's going now, especially in London now. You know, the demand is absolutely, like I said, crazy for football matches. Another thing as well, I don't want to offend anyone, but we seem to have more supporters than I ever knew we ever had. I mean, you can go to any corner of the UK and everyone seems to be an Arsenal fan. Yeah. Every celebrity supports Arsenal. Doesn't matter whether you go on a set of EastEnders, they're all Arsenal fans. You go on a set of Spot Boy, they're all Arsenal fans. I mean, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where.
But this is the thing where this manager has captivated a huge audience, because his PR and what he does, apart from do the right thing on the field and sign a decent striker, this is probably why the Cronkies like him as well, because he generates money.
Yeah,
he earns them a lot of money. he generates money all over the place, and he when he's in front of the cameras, he says the right things, he does the right things. You know, the players buy into him. Most of the fan base buy into him. But the bottom line is, Kenny and Jez and Lee and everyone else is, I don't care who buys into anyone. I don't care what he's like. You know, he could be a pin up for the rest of his life, whatever. As long as he wins me trophies, don't care what he does.
Exactly.
I just want someone that's going to win something.
Well,
yeah, facts.
We're not even in March, and we're looking. We're actually, you know, like I said, spiritually, we've thrown the towel in terms of like our demands for trophies, because realistically, we're out of the FA Cup. The way Newcastle defend at St James's Park, we're not going to, you know, retrieve that 2-goal deficit. We're not going to do that. No. They're going to put men behind the ball, and they're going to win 1-0 at game over, and then it's a Champions League, a competition that we haven't even got close to winning since 2006, and then it's a league where we haven't even come out of the races, and we haven't got a top class striker. So the question is always going to be, where's the cut-off point? When do we start to say and draw a line across it and say no more? We have to win something. Who's doing that at the football club? Who's putting a line across the sand and saying, that's exactly it. Too much there.
Can I just throw this one in the equation, right? Jules Graham, decent looking guy. Yeah, I'm not gay, but decent looking guy.
Why are you gay?
I never saw any banners at Highbury saying best looking Scotsman we've got. What's that fucking? Come on, what are we doing here now? What we do?
This is where we're at, and the thing as well, Jez, here, just to add on to that, yeah, right. Have you noticed, right? Most of our players, this fan base fancy, yeah. The ones that they want out are the ones that they don't fancy. Thomas Partey, they don't fancy him, they want him gone. Kieran Tierney, they don't fancy him, they want him gone. Yeah, all the other players that are here, yeah, right, they're happy to keep because they fancy him. Yeah, we see it all the time. Oh yeah, we've got the best looking team. We've got the best looking merch. We've bought a bunch of models, right, to go and model the fucking merch. That's what we've done. Yeah, let's be real with it. It's aesthetically pleasing on the eye. So these, yeah, that doesn't mean they're any good at football. Mikel Merino is not good at football, but he can model the merch. Yeah, Calafiori can model the merch.
Who's Bellerin, wasn't it? Bellerin, he was a male model, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was a male model.
Fucking crazy.
Tierney was never going to cut it with this manager when he walked into the changing rooms with a Tesco carrier bag with his football boots in it.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't have fucking call it.
Fucking hell, I'm going to have to wrap. I'll just clock the time. Gee, otherwise, I could sit here for hours. You know that. But big up Stuart. He says, big up everyone on the panel. Hope you're well. Honestly, fear the Cronkies see Arteta as their next Wenger and want him to stay for 10 plus years. Opinions. It's looking that way, but I don't know. I think that they thought that they've spent enough money to stay in the top 4 for the next 4 or 5 years. Yeah, now we can just add little bits and pieces here and there. Yeah, but the fact is, we ain't, because as soon as Man U get their shit together, they're flying back up the table. Whether that takes a year or 4 years. Yeah. When Chelsea get their shit together, they're flying back up the table if they do at all. Like,
and when Newcastle spends their billions of pounds when they're allowed to.
Yeah. And the thing is, when it comes down to this PSR crap and FFP, all of our clubs voted for this, by the way. Yeah, but why did they vote for it? They voted for it to hide behind the fact that it takes time, which means they can just milk the revenues, get a manager in, do all the PR, and then, well, we can't spend any money, guys. PSR. We've got to give him time. It's a young squad. Why don't you get me a winning squad? How about that? Because I see that Lamine Yamal again yesterday. What a fucking player that boy is, mate.
Incredible.
He's unreal. I have never seen a player that age, like real talk, and I've seen a lot of good players. I've never seen a player that's 16, just turned 17, get the ball with 3 players around him and be totally in control at his own pace, and just dribble past people like they're not even there. Messi was class, and I love Messi. But what I'm saying is about like Messi was like quick over 5 yards, and it was stuck. The ball was stuck to his foot. I have never seen a geezer that young, just literally stand up 2 players and just walk straight past them like it's nothing. Messi was more dynamic.
He's in the right environment, though. He's in the right environment where, can you imagine if Pep was his coach? Can you imagine if Pep would have kicked the individuality out of that player?
Yeah.
Dare I say it?
No, facts. The only player he's not done that to is Messi.
Kenny, I'll make you right on Pep. Absolute brilliant what he's done, winning all them trophies and everything else. But from a football point of view, he's killed the game.
Do you know what? Yeah, I want to say this very quickly because I didn't hear that little bit that Kenny was saying. I come back and see all the bastards chatting Pep talk, yeah. But I don't think it's necessarily Pep that's killed football. I think it's all these clubs that are trying to copy him. Like trying to like I see what team was it the other day? There was a team the other day that was trying to pass out the back.
They all do it. You even go
it was Bolton. It was fucking Bolton. They were losing about 4-0 a couple of weeks back. They're trying to pass out the back. Yeah, they nicked the ball and tapped it straight to the back of the net. Yeah, Southampton did it with Ramsdale the other day. Yeah, they're trying to pass out the back. Ramsdale went walkabout over here thinking his centre half would get the ball. They fucking scored. Like, why are you doing all of that? Yeah, when back in the 80s, the 90s, even before that, we used to have teams that just lump the ball up, hold it up, your target man. Yeah, you'd have your midfield runner. Yeah, and you'd have your wingers or your wide players. Yeah. Now everyone's trying to do this tippy. Fuck off, mate. Like honestly, yeah, that's why when I watched that Chelsea Man City game, like they kept lumping the ball up to Haaland. Yeah, you want to play on the halfway line? Cool. Well, we just have Haaland 1-on-1 with your centre back every time. Then fuck you. We just go straight over the top.
But this is why I admire the Liverpool manager, what he's done, because he's kept the sort of Klopp philosophy, like with the strikers going forward and all that. But he can mix it. He can slow it down. He can bore the pants off of people, and yet he can excite people. Well, what he's doing, the way he mixes his style of football up is incredible. See, a lot of the managers are playing just one way. Whereas I've seen Liverpool play about 3 or 4 different ways this season. Yeah,
Liverpool have ridden their luck a lot as well. Yeah, like
I'm saying, I'm not saying that they've been,
but they're more clinical than any team.
Yeah, I'm not saying they've been flawless, but what I've liked about them is that they can play. They've played about 3 or 4 different styles this season.
And I haven't seen any Liverpool fans saying, "Oh yeah, well, because of injuries, and they've had Alisson out. They've had Jota out. Yeah, they've had Trent out. They've had Kanate out. They've had Elliott out. Gomez out. Yeah, they've had loads of players out this season. But anyway, we're going to wrap. Kenny, I know you got a bounce, mate. Shout out what you got coming up, and then I'll wrap up with these guys.
I'm with Chase, and tomorrow I'm with Chase and DJB. We're going to talk about managers and players, and I'm with Dan at 9:00, and then we're watching Girona versus
You're with
Arsenal.
Dan tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Then down at 9 o'clock, and then Wednesday it's Girona. So
lovely.
I'm gonna love you and leave you.
Enjoy your evening, Kenny. Nice for jumping on, mate.
Kenny,
always good to talk to you.
I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll talk about Frank Snowbutton.
We will. I hate Frank. See you later.
Kenny. See you, mate.
See you
Let me grab these 2 super chats quick, and then we'll get you 2 to wrap up as well. Big up to Per as well. I can't see us winning against City, considering that Villa and Forest are the only somewhat informed teams we've managed to beat this season. And do you know what? Against Forest, we got extremely fortunate that international break came at the right time because they were flying. Yeah, and that international break killed their momentum. Yeah, and a lot of their players didn't go on international break, and then and then we just fucking hammered them.
They had Chris Wood injured as well, didn't they? And was Gibbs White? I think I can't remember. They had a couple of injuries.
I think Chris Wood had just come back from New Zealand on international breaks. So it was jet lag. Yeah. But that Villa game, Villa away, they battered us. Yeah, they fucking battered us, mate. They walked through our midfield, and fair enough, we won the game. Yeah, but when you look at the goals that 29 scored this season and teams he scored against, mate, and the teams that we've actually beaten, we've only won 2 games against the top 10. Yeah, 2 games against the current top 10, I think.
The City game when we play Man City, it will literally be about who takes their chances because there won't be a lot, and it'll be a lot of midfield dominate, a lot of midfield possession, and it'll be who takes their chances. And I'm sorry, we've got 29 and they've got Ireland. So,
yeah, a bit of a difference.
Yeah, facts. Big up, Olmo, man. I'm on recovery after being stabbed in my leg. Bless up to you, man. Bless up to you.
Man.
Yeah,
Get
random
well.
attack, man. Random attack.
Oh, jeez, man.
Just before Christmas, that was as well. Bless up to you, mate. Hope you're getting back to full health, mate.
Yeah, and, good luck.
Good luck with it all, bro. Jez, always a pleasure, mate. Channel link is in the pinned comment for Jez. So make sure you follow him. What you got coming up, mate, this week?
Yeah, 6 o'clock tomorrow night. DJ Kenny, we're going to talk about the Arsenal managers in our lifetime. Bertie Mee, Terry Neal, George Graham and Arsene Wenger. Who was the best? Who was the worst? And we're going to talk about some of the players, which is going to upset Kenny Ken. Stapleton is going to... I wasn't going to talk about him, but I'm going now just to get Kenny's reaction. But, yeah, it's all good. And tomorrow night, I might actually make 6,500 subs. I'm 9 away. 9.
We'll get that done now, guys. Come on. What are we waiting for?
We're sorted, Ken.
Yeah, how many people are in here? Still 1,000 people in. Come on, 9 people.
The history channel's flying, guys. People love it. Come on, get on it.
Yeah, come on. 9 more subs. Come on. Get it done. DJ, bless up for jumping on, mate. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Lee, for having me again. Jez, I'm on with Jez tomorrow. I think I'm on with Dan tomorrow as well. So
I'm on with Dan tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to pop along. So I'll see everyone tomorrow. But bless up, everyone. It's been really, really good. Thank you for listening to me, and subscribe and smash the likes for Lee. He's a top man. And yeah, all good, guys.
No, bless up, mate. And yeah, I'm going live right now. Alaves versus Celta, 2 minutes in, 0-0. So make sure you come and check out that. I'm going to redirect. In fact, fucking, I'm an idiot. I should have redirected. I'm doing about 1 billion things at once here.
Jez, I'll see you tomorrow, my friend.
Take care, mate.
Make sure you follow Kenny. Make sure you sub to Jez. Make sure you redirect to me and spam my chat for the algorithm when we get over there. Just quickly type that in and we'll go. And bless up for your time always, guys. Big up to everyone who's liked, shared, commented, donated, subbed, all that good stuff. And yeah, we move on. And Man City, I know we've got Girona, but
Girona.
Yeah, they're out anyway. So I don't think it's a bit of a dead rubber, that, isn't it? But anyway, Man City on the weekend. And bless up to everyone who's been in the comment section. And yeah, I'm out. Raid my other chat. Raid.
Take it easy.
Funky out.
Bye.